is to take one a day.
Okay.
However, because of the nature of so many injuries and so much stuff going on, that's just kind of what people are the experts are recommending.
On really heavy workout days, which is pretty much every day for me.
Yeah.
I take 2 before I go to bed.
Yeah.
And then I take the turmeric. I take turmeric post workout.
Turmeric is amazing.
Oh,
Yeah. So with the combo of the two, but can I go into I'm going to go into a little bit of science about Copaiba.
please.
So
because people need to know this.
Why you're getting results from Copaiba is because the chemical compounds found in Copaiba have they basically attach themselves to endocannabinoid receptors in your body. So your endocannabinoid system is the same system that your CBD works with. You have an opioid system. You have endocannabinoids that you're built with.
Right.
Now the opioid system, we all know that most all of the painkillers out there are attached to those opioid system,
and
right?
they're crazy addiction rates.
They're crazy addictive. Then you have your endocannabinoids, which are less. But what happens when you smoke weed and all that kind of stuff over time is they become more sensitized.
Yep.
So you have to do more in order to get the same effect. Now, what they found with Copaiba in studies is that there's no tolerance level.
Right.
So you don't become too sensitive to it, which is, I'm like, dude, that's awesome. That's amazing.
I really need to look into this. I've never even heard of it.
Dude, it'll change your life.
Yeah.
It will change your life.
Shane uses CBD, but the more he uses it, the more it'll be sensitive to it. Now, it works.
Yeah.
You know, and it does help.
I've noticed
it does help
some really good effects from
and we had an awesome dude on here that he has his own CBD company, and he switched from the actually like the fields of like marijuana fields and switched over to CBD, and now does everything legal, and like, I mean, it was awesome. He has a good product.
Well, CBD, don't get me wrong, it just wasn't right for me.
Right.
Yeah.
Addictive personality.
Yeah.
Right.
It's like, no, you can't.
And you're like, and if your body already is like that, and you build up a tolerance to something, you're just going to take more and more and more and more to get the same effect. I'm the same way.
Yeah.
I've used CBD multiple times, but I spare that out. I don't do it all the time. Now, Copaiba, I use all the time.
Yeah.
Yeah, I need to look in.
Dude, it'll change your life.
It sounds
for those
really good.
For those listening, reach out to me. I'll make sure you get a hookup.
Copaiba.
Yeah, it's awesome stuff.
You can look it up, and you can. I mean, it's found on the Amazon. You can even watch a little video on how they get it. If you've ever seen like how they make maple syrup, it's kind of like that. Where they tap the tree, they stick this thing in there, and it kind of comes out. Almost like maple syrup does. Yeah. And then they can distill that so they get
only
just the Copaiba.
It tasted like that.
No, it doesn't.
Oh, it'd be awesome.
That's why they put it in capsules.
Exactly.
They put it in capsules, and I've never had the burp ups from that one.
No.
I still get burp ups from turmeric.
Yeah.
Which just tastes a little like dirt, just a little bit like dirt. It's not too bad.
That's why I started taking krill oil, because I don't get the burps.
The fish burps from
and I hated that, man.
Yeah.
I hated it.
So that started helping you.
Yeah, the combination of the two, dude, it's amazing. Because like last week when we were doing our staff PT run, we do a mile for time. So the first time I ran the mile was literally the last time I did it was still when I was on the team. It's just so
it's been a long time.
It's been a long time.
It makes sense with your ankles and knees.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Jeez.
It was literally one of those where it's like, okay, when I saw on the roster that we were going to run a mile for time, I'm like, oh man, this is gonna. I look at it and I'm like, okay, let's start the stopwatch. And we used to have to do a mile and a half in 12 minutes, which is it's pretty easy for most people to do. And I'm like, okay, if I can do a mile in 10 minutes, I'm going to be stoked.
Yeah,
because literally it's been like 7 years since I ran.
Sure.
So we do the run, and I did a 10:27.
Okay.
Which I'm like,
not
bad.
That's
Not bad.
respectable.
Not bad for a 52-year-old guy with a bunch of freaking broken joints.
Yeah.
So I'm like, all right, let's see what happens. Well, last week I ran it 9 minutes and 47 seconds.
Dude, right
That's
on.
a big.
That makes a difference.
Well, and here's the thing. I had one of our staff members. We're sitting there going along, and he's running, and he's like, how is it that you're doing this? I go, Copaiba and turmeric, bro. Left him in the rest.
That's awesome. That is awesome.
You know, and he's, what is he, 12 years younger than I am.
Yeah.
He's like, how is this old man
with
beating me with all these
problems,
knee and ankle problems and everything
and,
else? I'm like, bro, just take your supplements and you're good to go.
Yeah.
That's the best supplement commercial I've ever heard.
Well, and it's funny because it's like,
we just need like a little video of that happening.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, and here's the thing, because what it did for me mentally, I'm sitting there like, okay, wait a minute. I just took 45 seconds off of my time.
Yeah. And that's huge, man.
And then to have somebody ask, hey, what's going on with you?
Yeah.
I'm like, yeah, bro.
Feeling good.
I started telling everybody on the team, I'm like, don't let the old man catch you. Don't let the old man catch you, because here I come. I'm coming for you. And it's like, dude, it's just empowered me.
Yeah.
Totally.
Yeah.
Total boost of confidence.
Yeah.
Man. That's great.
So
and that trickles down to everything else you do.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, everything in your life.
As a father, as a husband, as
exactly.
it totally trickles down to everything. When you get that boost in self-esteem.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, and it's funny because, like, literally this last week, I just crushed everything.
Yeah,
just
that's awesome.
You know, business-wise, home-wise, financial.
Yeah. It's awesome.
Like, really, I'm teaching myself woodworking because I want to challenge my brain and I want to challenge my hands.
That's awesome.
You know, especially this left hand.
Yep.
So I'm literally teaching myself how to build cabinets.
Yeah.
It is so
Sweet.
hard.
That
It is so hard. But it's like,
well, that makes
I'm just
you
crushing
respect like other people's trades and stuff like that.
yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. You know, and it's funny because now I can look back at, you know, the challenges that I faced to get to the point where I'm at now, and it just makes me even that much more powerful.
Yeah.
You know, and it's like I look at a guy like you, and I'm like, okay, that cat's suffering.
Yeah.
I want to see him in 2 years.
Yeah.
And then I want to see him in 5 years. And I want to lift that dude up, and I just want to go, dude, we got this. Let's go crush this. Let's do this. And we're like, you were telling me about him running a 5K. I'm like, that guy's a stud.
It wasn't easy, was it?
No, it was.
I literally made him run across the finish line. I'm like, okay, dude, we're running.
Yeah.
You know, and it was like at the end, and he did it, dude. It was awesome.
Well,
It was a great day.
Of course, I was in last place, but
So what?
So what?
But I finished it.
No,
and
I'm pretty sure you beat your mom. I'm pretty sure because she was walking with you.
Across,
yeah. But we all ran across together.
Well, you know, and that's the funny thing. Like I used to sit there and, you know, Ron, one of my staff members, he's jacked. He's freaking. You've seen him. He's a huge dude.
Big.
And he's got huge muscles and everything else. It's like, dude, there's no way I'm ever going to be able to outlift that guy or out PT that guy. It's just the reality of it. However, the more I can push him to make him think that I'm coming for him.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
It's like, dude, that just motivates
Mind
him.
games. Yep.
Yeah.
You know, and it's funny how the closer I get to him, the more it motivates me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, and it's like, dude, it's a symbiotic relationship where we can kind of push each other to build each other up.
Types of relationships, like the relationships that make you push other people to their full capability.
Yeah.
That's the most rewarding types of relationships.
Yep. Exactly. You know, and that's kind of my path now that I've decided to take. It's like, okay, literally my goal for every single day is I have to uplift one person.
Yeah.
And it's crazy, even just walking down the street. Hey, man, how are you? Complete stranger.
Yeah.
How are you doing? What's going on with you?
Yeah.
You know, I noticed you got a limp. What are you doing to fix that?
And it's amazing how.
What are you doing to overcome that?
Yeah.
It's amazing how
It's awesome.
better that feels than someone like ignoring you have a problem or whatever. Like someone to come up and ask you, what's going on with your limp or whatever. It's just, it's almost empowering.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah,
Well-
and Shane knows.
Yeah.
Shane knows that.
Yeah.
You know?
Well, and it's funny because you can see in their expressions and everything else how you can see how their head's kind of down and they look kind of defeated. But as soon as you sit there and you look at them and acknowledge them and you're engaging with them, how all of a sudden they stand more upright and it just empowers them. It's like, yes, that's exactly what we're here to do.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
You know, like I close so many of my videos. Hey, be kind to each other and have a great day. One simple act of kindness, it's amazing how it can change so many lives.
That's why if you're at the register, just take off the mask for a second and smile.
Yes.
So the person can see your smile.
Yes.
This world is missing that connection.
Yes.
Because if you say that masked versus unmasked, how much more effective and powerful is it when people can see more than just the eyes? They can see that facial expression. And see how you are genuinely care. Because sometimes I'm like, anyways, don't get me started on that. We'll leave that for another time. But I practice that all the time. You smile at the cash register. Or the cashier. They dude, how many times you can lift somebody up just by smiling? And you call them by name, because everybody has name tags, right? So call them by name. You're like, how's your day going, Derek? Or like, hey, thanks a lot, appreciate it. Just anything like that, and you smile at them, dude. They like, it can pick them up. Then they'll treat the next person better.
Oh yeah, and that's the best part, is the ripple effect.
Exactly.
Yeah, exactly. And like last night, my wife and I went out to dinner with some old friends, and the waiter puts down this artichoke dip, and I'm like, I look over at my buddy, I'm like, hey, did you order that? And he goes, no. And I'm like, I know my wife didn't order it, and I know his wife didn't order it. The waiter comes up and he goes, oh, I'm sorry, that wasn't yours. I'm like, it wasn't. And he goes, I go, what's the matter? What's up? He's like, well, we're going to throw it away now because it touched our table. I'm like,
sure,
bro, put it on my bill. I'll eat it. You know?
And I'm sure that
I don't want you to waste it.
Made him feel a lot better.
Then he doesn't feel like, I made a mistake.
And literally you could see the expression on his face, and just his shoulders drop like, yes.
Like, thank you. Now I don't have to hear it from my boss.
Exactly.
Stop messing up orders and throwing stuff away, dude.
It's just a simple little thing like that. So it cost me $6. Who cares? But look at the effect that it had on him.
$6 an extra pound.
Well, trust me, I burned it off today.
We had him running sprints today. And it was good.
How did that go?
It's funny because your body, it craves movement. It wants to move. It is funny, when I was running with John, I looked over at him at number 7. I'm like, oh, my joints are killing me. But my body wants to go. And my brain was like, dude, the endorphins that were getting released and everything else, like, this is awesome. And then when I came to my last set, I looked over at John. I go, dude, maximum effort. I'm just going to give it everything. No, I was giving it 150%. I was giving it everything that my body had left. And that was only the beginning. That was only the beginning, by the way. It wasn't the 17 minutes of pain. And it just, when you release those endorphins, it's like all of a sudden you just become unstoppable. And I tell people all the time, dude, go for a walk.
Oh, yeah.
A 20-minute walk. You and I have talked about this a lot. A 20-minute walk, the amount of endorphins that can release in your body, it's going to make you go, okay, I can do this, and then tomorrow I can go for a 21-minute walk.
Yeah, exactly.
Plus, not to mention, like, the effects, the mental effects.
It actually decreases stress. Decrease stress and anxiety, so then you actually feel better mentally, because you did a physical thing.
I always dread going on a walk or anything like that, but once I do it, like, I feel so much better about myself, about my situation, and anything like that.
And it's crazy because, like, I've got a CQB class that I've been teaching with a couple of guys that they're like, hey, dude, we want to do a CQB class on Saturday. I'm like, oh, I'm doing a John workout on Saturday morning. All right. We're going to make it happen. Like I was telling him when we were doing the shoulder stuff, I'm like, man, I'm not going to be able to lift my rifle. I'm like, oh, well.
Popping a turmeric and a copaiba.
Get back exactly. Freaking pound a bunch of water and I'll make it happen. And it's just, you've got to get past that mental block. And that's one of the things about depression that I found, that if I can just push myself past, okay, I don't want to get up to go for my walk. I don't want to get up to go do my cardio, or I don't want to get up to go do my workout, or dude, I can eat a handful of chips right now, or I can make myself